Right, we're out here this afternoon with Bill Hibbs, a logger from Northeast Pennsylvania. And what's the name of your outfit, Bill?
Hibbs logging.
Hibbs Logging. How many years have you been in business?
14 years.
14 years. Now, is it something you came to on your own, or is it a family business that you kind of...
Kind of family business. I'm third generation logger. My uncle started out with mules, cross-cut saws. My dad, when he was 16, went to work for him, and ever since, that's what my father did. And 14 years ago, him and I went to business together, and I bought the business a couple of years off it after him, and here we are today.
Now, for any young up-and-coming loggers, I know there's not a lot of young people going into the industry, but what would be your best advice to the young up-and-comers?
Honesty. Honesty is your best friend when it comes to the lumber business.
What are your thoughts on conservation? I know a lot of people say that they're against logging. I don't know if they completely understand it, but what are your thoughts on people who think that it's negative?
I don't think they have a complete understanding on it. I mean, you have to manage your woodlands. If you don't, it's going to be like a garden. It's going to overgrow. Everything's going to die out, and you're not going to have a mature forest. What are we going to do in 100 years if there's no mature timber that we can harvest to build furniture, to make toilet paper, to build shelving, to build a home, to help the needy? A lot of this wood goes into helping out the needy for Habitat for Humanity, for building homes for people that can't afford it.
So you think there's room within this industry to have both? You can have the best of both worlds, in other words.
Absolutely, but it has to be
done right. It's about
balance.
Right.
Absolutely, but it has to be done right. If it's not done right, then either way you look at it, it's going to destroy our market.
Now let me ask you this. You touch on market. How did you survive the housing, the bubble burst of 2005? How did your outfit keep going when so many went under?
We don't live beyond our means. We don't own a bunch of equipment that's going to cost us at the end of the day $1 million, $2 million. We're a small outfit. We still do everything select cut logging by hand. We don't have anything mechanicalized besides the skidder. We keep all of our costs at a low as well as we can.
So in other words, you keep your overhead down.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, smart thinking. And one last question for you, Mr. Hibbs. What is the best thing in your mind about being a logger? What's the best thing? What's the worst thing?
Best thing about being a logger, I get to work outdoors where I love to be. I get to see something different almost every day of my life, from wildlife to baby deer to turkeys to anything in nature, to a tree itself, something that you don't see if you're working in an office. And the worst part of it is breakdowns. Breakdowns is the worst part about being in business for yourself in the logging industry.
Is it nervous breakdowns or is it equipment breakdowns? Possibly both.
It depends on what month it is and how things are looking for the next month for work.
So it's the stress, in other words, of trying to just keep everything up. And
absolutely.
I think it's something most business owners could probably relate to in any industry.
Absolutely. Any industry, it's all the same. You have the same worries and woes and everything.
All right, Mr. Hibbs, thank you very much. Have a good day.
Thank you, ma'am.